2018 was personally one of the best years in exploration and gaming for me. I finally had the balls to check out some of the horror titles I've always wanted to try. I also had the courage to try some games that were completely out of what I normally played. Here are the best games I played in 2018. Number 10. Pony Island is just something else, but oddly in a good way. Unless you're a brony. Spoiler alert. Bronies beware. This is not what it seems. It's about Satanism, haunting, and a hell of a good time. I don't really have too much to say about it, but you should definitely check it out for yourself. Oh my god, that sounded so much like a Watch Mojo shit. Number 9. Cuphead could make my list of top games of 2018 for its art alone. Every frame just has so much love put into it and is hand-drawn by only the best of artists. When I was a kid, I'd always try to animate by hand and it would just turn out like completely fucking shit. If you're a pussy that can't even beat Super Mario World, this is not your game. But with that being said, with every death, and there's a lot of goddamn deaths, it builds up the anticipation to that final blow where it's just like, BAM! You've conquered the fucking world. But still, fuck that Egypt level. You know what? Also the dragon. And the flower. And the clown. You know what? Just fuck the game. You know, I'm just gonna do it normally. Number 8. Jesus Christ, where do I start? I know. Fuck androids. These fuckers aren't only the worst. These fuckers aren't only worse than Apple. Why did I write that? But they hate everyone and everything. And they are the bane to existence. The noise management in it had a risk to walk, but also confused me because other times the alien was just a low-functioning autist that didn't even know how to move. The game had its flaws, but it was an enjoyable ride, even though I spent half the game in lockers. This game is an amazing game, but it's like chocolate ice cream. You either love it or you fucking hate it. But I just don't like that much calories, so I kinda like it, but not the shit for me. Number 7. This game This experience is like no other. It takes fear and brings it to a whole new level. Spoilers! Skip to the time on screen if you want to skip it. The utilizations of Steam's 3D spatial audio is giving me a panic attack just thinking about it. Where, at the perfect timing, you'd hear your window open and feel as if you're a mere speck where you cannot do anything to change the inevitable. I found myself turning around constantly throughout my playthrough, seeing if the creator was actually in my house about to murder me. Reading the reviews, most people did not like the jump scare at the end, but I thought it was perfectly executed with all the previous build-up. Much like when the power went out in the original Five Nights at Freddy's, we all knew the jump scare was gonna come, but it was just a question of when. And just right when you started to feel safe, boom, you need a new pair of pants. All the love put into this game blurs the lines between what is real and what is nothing but just a little anxiety over a little video game. Number 6. Inkling just needs to be removed. Number 5. Stanley had a choice. He could either play the greatest game of his life, or he could tragically decide not to skip a cup of joe for a video game of a lifetime. Even though this is on number 5 on the list, do not be misled. You should play this game. In the game, you play as Stanley, a man working at a dead-end 9-to-5 desk job. But one day, no one's there but a narrator telling you what to do. Here's where it gets fun. You could be a pussy and just do what he tells you, or you can go against him. He can't do anything but react to what you're doing. There's like 20-something endings, and some are hysterical, some are funny, and one gave me an existential crisis. Number 4. Counter-Strike, aka CSGO, is the love child of Alien Isolation, sound whoring, and Counter-Strike Source's skill and fun. Classic competitive can be fun, but their Wingman mode's small community is so much better because instead of 5 children yelling at you, it's one friendly dude. That friendly dude will just become your best friend for the next 30 minutes. Also, I'm Legendary Eagle and Wingman and Silver in Classic, so I might be a little biased. But if you decide to play, just make sure you cop yourself Prime so you don't end up like this. Number 3. I'm not gonna lie, it took me 5 months, 2 deletions, and a spare pack of Hanes' highest tier underwear to finally force myself to finish this fucked up masterpiece of a game. Let's just start with a fun fact though. Fun fact, my 2 biggest fears are the dark web and intruders. So this game hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. But with that said, this game is a masterpiece in my book. The intricacy of every website added an amount of immersion I didn't know was possible. Not to mention the fear. I'm shaking just thinking about the fear this game causes. The scares are unreal. The second you think you're safe, you hear a noise outside. Or even worse, a burglar grabs you. And it's just game over, just like that. And I bet you're wondering, how do you hide from burglars? Well, you can't. You can turn off the light and hope they don't see you. But that's all. The ending was horrifying and left me unsettled, but that's just like what a good horror game should do. While the second game adds so many gadgets that makes you feel like you're fully protected at all times until, the cheap jump scare. The original will always leave you feeling uncertain when or where the creepers are going to strike you, because it could be any time, anywhere. I recommend this game for anyone looking to shit themselves while being so attracted to this game. This game makes me feel so much passion, it's uncanny. But if you do decide to try out the game, and I certainly recommend to, good luck sleeping. Number 2! Overwatch's career rose in 2018 with Owl and shot itself in the foot with Brigitte. Fuck Brigitte! Even with her, the lower level competitive is always fun to fuck around with friends and enjoy yourself. The quick play is a fun place to relax after a fun day. The events will always leave me in awe, with every event topping the last with how sexy the skins look. In February alone, I copped about 85 hours of in-game playing and about 300 hours in the queue. So, Overwatch easily wins my game of the year for the good times it's given me and the friends I've made. Uh-oh, we forgot number 1. Game of the year. Five Nights at fucking Freddy's 18, baby! Five Nights at Freddy's! Best game of the year! Five Nights at Freddy's 18.
Actually, I've been working on a new song myself. It's about a really specific feeling that's hard to describe. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah. You got free coochie. It's Lil Sharingan. Yeah, baby, it's Glenn Boy, bitch. I'm the hentai nightmare. And my style come rare, bitch, I don't care. My competition is my prey, let me say. I be running from police like GTA. Glen, that's how you spell king. I run this industry, got labels on strings. I ride on dragons, my brother's on the wings. I'm like an insect, my bars will make it sting. Do I get girls? Yes, I am the best. I'm 20 feet tall and I dress to impress. I'll run up on your party with a bat like Ness. Whenever I rap, girls start to undress. Hey, 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 hey! I get up on the floor, then it transforms to lava. My name Prince Zuko, I got mad honor. I get mad noodles, I cook mad pasta. I wouldn't have shit without my girl Daviana. All my homies bang, I bang too. I'm not talking sex, I be banging when I shoot. I go skydiving with no parachute. I'm like a deck of cards, bitch, I got 4 suits. I'm a crazy man with big plans and many fans. I'm throwing hands with your mans until he can't stand. I got my clan in my van, I make sick jams. Smoke grams while I'm playing my Game Boy Advance. I'm in a sauna with your mama smoking marijuana. I make them pause like a comma, my game Barack Obama. I got your girl...
Shout out to my boy, or actually, shout out to my girl, Mia, who helped me get through playing some of the horror games.